What is up, guys? It's Spider-Gerb here, back again with yet another YouTube video. I'm excited to post my second video and talk more about some comics that I picked up this week. So, if you guys haven't already, go check out the TikTok for just like a brief little summarization of what I picked up this week. I'm not gonna go too crazy on here, but I will show what I got and picked up this week. Along with some extra goodies, I picked up some single issues on LCS for really cheap, good price on some that I've been really wanting to pick up. So some stories I've liked and wanted to collect single issues. So with that being said, I'm gonna go over the pickups for this week. Probably my biggest, most anticipated comic for this week has to be Ultimate Spider-Man issue 13. Holy cow, issue 12 was so good. I love all the dialogue and the family dynamics that the Parker family has, and that's something interesting because most of the time, like in Spider-Man comics, it's just Aunt May basically, from what I've read. So getting to see Uncle Ben, Mary Jane's MJ's family side of the family, her sister, her mom, like that's crazy. Ooh, like I know how it feels sometimes. Like I can relate. Not saying that my mom is like that, like nagging and, over your shoulder, but it's like, holy cow, like, let's pump the brakes a little bit, and her flirting with Uncle Ben, holy cow, this mom's a dog. But yeah, that character in general was pretty interesting. I still want to dive more into MJ and her sister's relationship. I forget her name, but I thought that conversation between the two and MJ trying to get a apology out of her, that dialogue was some great stuff and just a good read in general. And then, man, it honestly took me a minute to notice that Pete was just not saying a word. Like, he was so silent the whole issue. And then lean up to the end and like MJ saying, "Hey, what have you done with my husband?" And just in the little, let me just pull it up. Just the black thought bubble. I'm digging through issue 13. Issue 12, with I'm guessing it's the symbiote. It's Venom or something similar. Said just Merry Christmas, and that was it. And I'm just like, oh, holy cow, and that's how they're gonna end this issue. But no, they ended it with that epilogue of just Harry and Peter just chained up and held captive from Kraven the Hunter. So excited for this arc. I feel like it's really picking up with, I think the action's going to go crazy here soon. I can't wait to see this Kraven in action. I mean, he seems pretty bad to the bone, so capturing... I want to know how he captured Harry and Pete, man, and just got them both. And what the heck? Like, again, is that the symbiote, who's imitating Peter? So excited to see that. Ultimate Spider-Man has been fantastic, so been digging that a lot here recently. Next up, we got Void Rivals issue 16. Void Rivals is arguably the best, if not second or the best out of the Energon universe. I mean, it is one of the best things that I've read, and it's a whole new product too, like all new story, all new characters. Kirkman is just killing it on this. Last issue was fantastic. I love how they're still diving into the lore. First of all, I'm not huge on like the knowledge of the lore behind Transformers and Cybertron and all that. So like the 3 or 4 headed like robot thing that's going on. I need to ask my friend Bryson. Shout out to Bryson. He is a huge Transformers fan. But I need to know more about them. But I know how they're interested in like the mother, I don't know, the person that Cilia is looking for, down in the depths of the ring. That plot line is super fascinating to me. I love finding or learning more about the lore and Cybertron and the Energon and just stuff. Sorry guys, got cut off there, but Void Rivals, loving learning about the lore. Excited for Hot Rod coming into the picture. Void Rivals is just one of my favorite things to read every single month. So, Void Rivals here, ready to tap into that. Wonder Woman 17, got the DNA cover. Not so excited about reading this. I don't know, Tom King is just not doing it for me right now with Wonder Woman. The last issue I remember reading, but just specifically forcing myself to read it, which is tough. It's kind of a hard thing to do with me in comics, and this was kind of the first one that I was just like, man, I can't read this right now. Like, I just don't want to read it. And not a good sign for me and the continuation of me pulling this. The only reason why I still have this in my hands is because of that man right there, David Nakayama. I love his variants, and I'm still going to pick up his variants. But reading Wonder Woman in general, I don't know. I'll stick to Absolute Wonder Woman, which it sucks because I want a good Wonder Woman run, and she deserves it because, I mean, hello, first of all, she's part of the Trinity, one of the most iconic DC characters ever, and she deserves a good run. But this one, at the moment, not doing it for me. So, next up, we got Metamorpho, issue 2. Another one I'm kind of so-so on, but it was just the first issue. So I'm going to give it a second chance, or another chance. I don't know how many issues I'm going to read until I potentially drop this one. But Metamorpho is so cool, and I want this to be good. I want to read more and learn more about him. I loved him in the animated shows and all that. So I'm excited for this, and I hope it turns out good. I forget who's on it. Is it Al Ewing? Yeah. Mr. Ewing. I trust in him. I like his stuff. So hopefully it starts picking up here. But one that I'm another super like fantastic book, easy to read, nostalgic for me, is Justice League Unlimited, issue 3. Nostalgic because of the show. I feel like it's just like the animated show, and that's something I'm binging right now. And it is just like it, just the ever-changing roster. You got your main like core that you kind of are surrounded by the first 2 issues, but then like overall new characters, different teams set up on different missions. So you're following a couple different storylines. And then of course the, trying to think of the kid, at the end of issue 1. I don't know why. Wind powers, but he's like a villain, supposed to take out the Justice League. They didn't really go to it in issue 2, so I'm hoping they touch base on it on issue 3. Something I've been really digging, and I think it like adds a little flair and spice to the story. So Justice League, killing it. Perfection. I'm loving it. I mean, you got Mark Waid and Dan Mora, arguably one of the best creative duos to ever, be a part of the game in the comic book community. So, it's going to be good story-wise and, of course, art-wise with the covers and interiors. So, Justice League Unlimited. Another one I've been digging, Green Arrow, issue 20. I've been loving how he's more street level now and kind of changing things up. His character. I'm loving this new concept with this villain. Um, I I'm really bad. When you read this many comics, it's tough to remember all the names of these characters and the storylines, to be honest. But I think it's like not the freshwater killer, something like that. But this new serial killer seems pretty dope. I'm intrigued. I'm digging it on every issue. I forget who's writing this. Condon. I don't know his first name, but man, he's been knocking it out of the park here with Green Arrow. This is one I started picking up around the Absolute tie-ins. I thought those were really good, so started picking up after All In and stuff. So Green Arrow, pretty good. Highly recommend. Next up, we got The Flash, issue 17. This is a character, I mean, obviously, it's The Flash. Like, I want to get into more and read. And I thought the All In initiative was a good jumping on point, and it was. But I think, I don't know, this one's not really doing it for me story-wise. It's just kind of meh. Haven't been thoroughly enjoying myself reading it. But still enough to like keep picking it up. But it's super close. It's on the chopping block for me, along with Wonder Woman and Metamorpho. Those are the three at the moment that I'm just kind of like iffy on if I want to keep it on my pull list. But ready to see where this goes. I like to get into more of Wally's family. That's something like previously I haven't read a lot. I haven't read like any Flash actually. So I need to get into some different runs too and, you know, kind of explore that character. But that's next on my to read list in the future. But Flash, kind of iffy on it right now. Next up, we got Superman issue 22. 22. Superman, on the other hand, has been so good. I love how they're kind of adding some extra layers to Doomsday as a character and villain. Because before, obviously, he's just a mindless monster who just, you know, seeks, violence. Duh. But, so adding that extra layer and extra depth to this character, I think is really fascinating and intriguing. It's something I wouldn't have thought of. So shout out to Joshua Williamson for thinking of that. Good stuff here. Excited to see where this takes us and, you know, what Superman does with that knowledge about Doomsday. And does he let him just be the freaking boss of everything, or he's going to take him down, you know? It's Doomsday. He's going to, nah, man, you're not ruling over everything. So, but super excited, loving. I say excited way too much, but I am truly excited about these issues. So Superman is really good. I've been loving it. Another one I've been loving out of DC is Detective Comics. This is issue 1093 from Tom Taylor. He has been knocking it out of the park, in my opinion, on this one. I've really been liking it. The brother thing was kind of weird. I was actually really interested and invested and wondering who it was, but it seems like it's kind of like sizzling out on this one, which is kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. The stuff about Commissioner Gordon, man, I love Commissioner Gordon as a character, so like getting to dive into like his psyche and kind of like what he's thinking and his thought process on things and like what he's doing like with this relationship that he's currently in is super interesting to me. And it's got me hooked from the start. Been loving that, and kind of more into the deep dive between Bruce and his dad and that dynamic and kind of like the past and how like we view our parents on such a high pedestal, like growing up, honestly, that sometimes you see the imperfections that they, you know, they do in their lives. And You know, it's kind of tough to acknowledge, but I think that's really cool and kind of diving into that. So been loving Detective Comics. Good read, good read. All of Batman's titles, like Dark Patterns, The Batman, Detective Comics, and Batman Robin, like all those titles have been so good. We are just getting spoiled. Oh, and of course, Absolute Batman. We're getting spoiled with Batman content. So been loving all of Batman stuff. Speaking of Absolute, we got Absolute Wonder Woman, issue 4. This has been really good. 10 out of 10. All 3 Absolute Universe stories have been a 10 out of 10, in my opinion. But when it comes to the scale, Wonder Woman comes up 3rd. I know. So it's a lot of people's first. I see a lot of people at 3rd. I see it all over the place because it's really easy to just interchange all 3 of them because they're all that good. But I don't know. I feel like this one is the slowest paced out of the 3. I feel like we've been at this fight by the ocean for 4 issues. Hopefully it changes up here in the 4th issue. But everything about it is great. Like, I have no complaints there. But I just feel like we're still in this like standstill. I want to keep going more and more into this character of Absolute Wonder Woman. And I feel like we're getting that. Like, I'm getting what I wish for, but that is literally my only complaint. It's a very minor one. And some people say Absolute Batman is slowly paced, but I feel like, we're getting some stuff that you want as a fan in each issue, and it's occupying me and kind of like ignoring the fact that maybe it is a little slowly paced. But other than that, like, I love all 3. No knock whatsoever at Absolute Wonder Woman. Is so good, and I'm loving this Wonder Woman content. So at least I'm getting it somewhere, and not, Tom King's Wonder Woman isn't doing it for me right now. At least I'm getting it over here on Absolute Wonder Woman. So shout out to them, for DC, for giving that to me at least. But next up, those are the pickups for this week. Next up, I got some single issues that I picked up at a local comic book store, LCS here. Not my LCS, but another one. They've been having some really good single issues with some good deals on them. And I've been completing some runs that I've been wanting to get single issues for. So with that being said, I got some Beta Ray Bill single issues by Daniel Warren Johnson with the colors by Mike Spicer. The 2 GOATs themselves. Earlier I was talking about Joshua Williamson and or Mark Waid and Dan Mora as some of like the just absolute peak dynamic duos when it comes to creative teams. Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer are just undefeated. They're up there. If you see them on a project, you gotta cop. And I haven't gotten to read Beta Ray Bill yet. I have the trade that I plan on reading this month, but I want to get all of Daniel Warren Johnson's single issues that he's worked on. So in the process of that, you get these. You get Beta Ray Bill single issues. I got 5 a long time ago, so I found number 2, issue 2 here. Sorry for the glare. The iconic cover for the trade paperback. And then I found issue 3. Sick cover there. Got this little super glue there trying to put together Stormbreaker. And then we got issue 4. So, like I said, I already have issue 5. It's a 5-issue miniseries. So all I need is to find number 1 out there, and then I got all 5. So, but yeah, Beta Ray Bill, 2 through 4. Super excited to pick these up. Next up, stick with the theme of Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer. I picked up Murder Falcon, another one that's been on my to-read list. I do not have the trade yet, but I might read it here in single issues because I got issue 1. Bada bing, bada boom. We got issue 2. Oh yeah. Woohoo! Loving it. Skipping 3, but we got issue 4. Nice. The art is crazy. Issue 5. Issue 6. Ooh, sorry. And, oh, nope. Issue 7. Awesome. Straight peek. And issue 8. So I almost found the whole entire run in one setting or sitting. And I just need issue 3. So, random number, I know. But issue 3, I might read it online and read the rest in single issues. I don't know yet. Do I want to wait until I find issue 3 in the wild? Probably not, because I want to read all of Daniel Warren Johnson stuff because it's so good. But I'm trying to pace myself so I don't read all of them in like 1 month, because I will do that because Daniel Warren Johnson is that good. But with that being said, those are the single issue pickups that I picked up on a good deal the other day. Just checking off my checklist of single issues that I want, of stories that I like and want to collect. So right now I'm on a Daniel Warren Johnson kick. I want to get all of his stuff. I saw some do a power bomb up there. Got to get those eventually. Gonna wait on those though. I've been on the hunt for the Wonder Woman Dead Earth, another book that I have the trade for but need to read. Been looking for those. Jurassic League, I'm gonna collect those single issues. I think it's just 5 or 6 issues, might be more, but I have the trade for that one. But I want to get those single issues. Extremity, still need to read Extremity and collect those as single issues. I don't think I'm gonna find Space Mullet single issues, to be honest, but it's on there. It's a goal. Let's see, am I missing anything else? I'm obviously getting Transformers. I picked up all of Transformers. The Moon is Following Us. I've been collecting that as it releases. I think that's all of Daniel Warren Johnson's stuff, if I'm thinking correctly, but that's kind of like what I'm on the hunt for. Also, in a previous video, I've been trying to complete Spider-Man Life Story. What else? Spider-Man Blue. I think I only need Spider-Man Blue #1, and then Spider-Man Life Story #5, and then I've completed those 2. And those have been some of my favorite Spider-Man stories ever, so to complete those and have those as single issues would be perfect. But yeah, those are kind of the stuff that I'm on the hunt for right now. That and some Ghost Machine. I want to get into Geiger and Junkyard Joe first before I start reading the recent Geiger stuff. I still need to catch up on Rook Exodus. I have all the issues, but I just need to read them. I've only read issue 1, but I need to read the rest. But I have them up in my filing cabinet. I just need to take them out, find the time, read it. And I think it'll be nice to just read it all in one setting. So kind of like a trade. Yeah, that's all I'm picking up here recently, single issue wise. I'm also thinking about doing a video of just showing you guys all that is on my pull list here currently, and kind of showing you guys kind of like what I was talking about earlier with like what's on the chopping block. So like something I'm trying to maybe potentially wing off and take off my subscriptions. Some of my top subscriptions that I'm most excited for and are like must reads every single week. The first things I gravitate towards when they come out. And kind of just showing you guys what I'm picking up. So, or what's kind of on my radar. So that being said, I'm probably going to wrap this video up. That's kind of like my comic book haul for this week. So like and comment and subscribe, please. Also share this with your friends. Tell all your friends, your family, your moms, your dads, your brothers, your sisters. Tell them all to come watch some Spider-Gerb here for some good comic book content and listen to me yap for like 20 minutes. So I tend to do that on my TikTok videos. So YouTube's a good place just for me to come and yap because I'm a professional yapper. So appreciate you guys. For those who are watching and liking my stuff, let me know what you guys are picking up. What you guys are thinking about the ones that I'm thinking about chopping on the chopping block here on my monthly pull list here. Tell me why it's good or why you think it's bad too. So let me know in the comments. And thank you guys again. I'm going to say it over and over, but thank you guys. You guys are the best. You're the reason why I do this, and also one of the main reasons why I enjoy doing this, because you guys always give me great feedback and are always so nice. So appreciate you guys. But that's it for this video, for my second YouTube video ever. Crazy, I know. And hope you guys have a blessed day, and peace. See you.